This is a dangerous group that we're dealing with now.
That's right. Check this out.
Go. How you going?
How are you?
You have audio.
Yeah, but do we have audio outside?
I hear Cass.
Mm.
Aha. Does anybody hear me? Can I
Just
get
put
an
it,
answer? Anybody?
I'm
Can you
just
hear me?
commenting. Can you hear us out there?
I got a hey Mad. Yes, we have audio.
Okay. That is the weirdest thing.
Can you hear both? Oh, where have I got? That'd be why, because it's not muted. Yes, I can hear you both. Okay.
I've got nothing. I really haven't. I don't understand.
There's no echo. Still there, Cass?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Uh-oh, I don't hear Cass. Yep, yes I do. Yes, I do. Or was that on video? Oh.
That's just bizarre.
I'm not hearing you through StreamYard's, Cass. I'm hearing you through YouTube.
And that's even weirder because there's people in the chat room saying that they can hear me out there, but you can't hear me.
Yes,
You can't
that's
hear
very
the stream.
weird. Yeah, I have to play YouTube to hear you.
Okay. Welcome to my weird out world. I have nothing. I really have
Well,
nothing.
look, I can mute out and you can finish the show. I'll mute out and you can finish the show. It still works.
Well, the problem is nobody could hear me until you got here, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'll just sit on mute. I'm here. I mean, at least you can finish the show for now. But I don't know about solving the problem.
No, I don't think I'm going to solve the problem, and I'm not even going to try and read the stuff that I got set up. To be perfectly honest, I really am not. Just no. After that,
Okay, fair enough.
I do have. Let me see. I'll find a video. I've got a couple of videos here, and I'll play one of those.
This is weird.
It's extremely strange. And oh, good Lord, I give up.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. It could be me. It could be me. It could be my end.
How?
There we go. There we go. I had my speakers on the wrong channel. All right. So you are coming through normal.
Okay.
I thought I'd just check my end just in case, but yeah, my speakers were on the wrong channel.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. That's cool.
All right. So yeah, you are working properly, but it just requires a guest being here for some reason.
Okay. Well, I'm
happy to sit here if you want to keep going. It's up to you.
At this point, I've got an 11-minute video that I'm going to play, and let's see what happens after that while I take a breath and collect my thoughts off air.
Okay.
Because I really need to walk outside and scream at a tree. I really, really do.
Cass is going to have a big bonfire by the end of the day.
Oh.
Everything's going on the fire. Laptop, the computer, the phone. It's all going on.
100% believe me.
Mic gone. Headset gone.
Everything.
Burn,
that's it.
Burn.
All gone. All right, guys. Here's 11-minute video. Let's see how this goes. Holy shit balls. Okay. That is full screen. Hit the play button. Here we go.
brackets, deep breath, and she just read it out. Right, deep breath. You know what I mean? She's like the mainstream media version.
Right, deep breath.
You know that was written on the teleprompter. You know what I mean?
Restart the story, guys.
You know it said like, right, brackets, deep breath, and she just read it out. Right, deep breath. You know what I mean? She's like the mainstream media version of Ron Burgundy, if Ron Burgundy was involved in child grooming.
Firstly, are you okay?
Am I okay? Bitch, I am not the one that's about to be investigated for child grooming. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. You need to get yourself a good lawyer and start making some really good excuses. Don't try and be like, listen, are you all right? I'm fine.
I hope so.
The acting is so bad. So bad. Like, this lady has been sitting next to this guy who's been grooming this guy who met when he was 10 or something. Okay? And she hasn't said nothing and done nothing. She's been pretending like there's some big happy family. Then this guy gets done for child grooming and she needs to come out like, oh, I hope you guys are all right. Don't worry about us. Don't worry about us. There's about to be a big investigation into the child grooming that's going on in the ITV studios. And she's trying to be like, look, I'm concerned about you guys. Look, this is over. The whole, like, everyone on TV is so caring and kind. It's ridiculous. It's like the police kick in your door, you know, and people are like chopping up drugs and sexually abusing children. And Holly Willoughby like comes downstairs and says to the police, guys, are you all right? Are you okay? Did you splinter yourself kicking down my front door?
Feels very strange indeed sitting here without Phil.
Do you think this is a normal reaction? Do you think this is a normal reaction to your co-presenter having to quit because he's having sex with a boy that is now a man, you know, that was working on the show? Like, and before anyone says, oh, he's an adult, what's the problem? This guy was like 10 years old when Phil Schofield started interacting with him. Okay. And even if he waited until he was 18 to have sex with him, even if he did, which I doubt, but even if he did, that's called grooming. That's called grooming. And for anyone's information, this is what goes on the mainstream media. This is what goes on in the world of television. You know, you don't make it in the entertainment industry unless you're one of these people. That's just the way it works. The whole everyone on TV is so loving and caring and kind is BS. The only reason you're finding out about this is either one or two reasons. Either so many people found out about it that they couldn't possibly keep this under wraps anymore, or they want to distract you from something worse that's going on, like digital ID or something like that, and Philip Schofield's being thrown under the bus. But the chances that Holly Willoughby doesn't know anything about this and is this lovely lady, like Phil Schofield, his brother is a sex offender. It looks like he's a sex offender. Like, you think that they don't know about this, or they're shocked that Philip Schofield is like this. It's probably the reason why he works on the mainstream media. Look what goes on at the BBC covering up for sex offenders. You think ITV is any different? Like, Philip Schofield is a monster. And by the way, whenever you see like a brother is a sex offender and then the other brother is a sex offender, I got news for you. You want to be looking at the dad or the uncle of these children. Okay. And there's a reason why things like child abuse is passed down through the families, through the generations. It's actually a demonic spirit that is at work. And someone in the family needs to come up and speak the name of Jesus and break this curse. Okay. It's not like it gets passed down through the genes. People think that, you know, being a child sex offender is like hereditary or something. It's not. Okay. It's evil demonic spirits at work. And I can almost guarantee you that Philip Schofield is not reaching out to Jesus for help here, although he should be. It's the only thing that can save him and the rest of his family at this point. But what I'm telling you is there is absolutely no way in the world that Holly Willoughby is this saintly, kind, Princess Diana mold type of person who was sat next to this monster and she had no idea. They would never do that. They would never do that. I strongly suspect that she knows as much as Phil about what's going on. But let's hear more of the heartfelt apology. I was rambling on there for a bit.
And I imagine that you might have been feeling a lot like I have. Shaken, troubled, let down.
No, I'm not feeling like that because I wasn't involved in the child grooming. If Holly's feeling shaken and troubled, you know, there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. Let down my ass. let down my ass. There isn't a chance in hell this lady's actually feeling. If anything, she's feeling let down that he got caught. But probably more what she's feeling is like either legitimately worried that she gets implicated as well, but also she's probably secretly like over the moon. She couldn't stand Philip Schofield. Nothing on what you see on the TV is real. Okay, she didn't have this loving relationship with Phil where they're both great people and they're just out there helping people on the mainstream media. That is nonsense. That is nonsense.
Worried for the well-being of people on all sides of what's been going on.
Thank you for the suggestion, Holly, about how we, the viewers, might be feeling, but I reject it on the following basis. You see the way these people try and manipulate you? It's like, you're probably feeling worried and scared and concerned for all sides of people on what's going on. No, I'm not concerned for the child groomers, which would be your side of the fence. I'm not concerned for the people that say to a 10-year-old kid, hey, you want to be a TV presenter and be this cool TV presenter? And then 6 years later, the TV presenter, the star of the show, starts effing you in the ass. I'm not concerned for that group of people, and nobody should be. There's no two sides to every story. When it's like, hey, are you the adult, the celebrity that's like child grooming a kid who you met when he was like 12 or whatever? I'm not concerned for you. I'm not concerned for you. Stop trying to plant that idea in the head of all the senile old people that actually watch this morning. I can't think of anyone that actually does. I can't circle away from the fact that this is all probably one massive distraction from whatever God. Can you imagine what is actually going on that's worse than TV presenters grooming children they want to distract you from? Good God.
And full of questions. You, me, and all of us at This Morning gave our love and support to someone who was not telling the truth.
Not telling the truth. You see, I mean, that's true. Yeah, Philip Schofield was not telling the truth. Okay, but if you're a TV star and you employ a 10-year-old, okay, then you start having sex with him like 6, 7, or 8 years later or something. The crime that you are up for is not telling the truth. It's not like, oh, you told a fibby wib. It's like, no, you had sex with a child. You know, you groomed a kid. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, he wasn't telling the truthy woothy.
Who acted in a way that they themselves felt that they had to resign from ITV and step down from a career that they loved.
You see the way they try and frame Philip Schofield like he's the victim as well. At the same time, this is an incredible piece of performance by Holly Willoughby. She's trying to get herself out of it. She's trying to evoke sympathy from Philip Schofield. At the same time, she just can't resist like dropping the elbow on him from the top rope. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he had to step down from a career that he loved on television. This guy should be in jail. All right? If you get caught grooming a kid, I want an investigation. I want criminal charges. It's not like, oh, he's lost his career. Lock him up.
That is a lot to process. And it's equally hard to see the toll that it's taken on their own mental health.
You see, she almost smiled there. She had to save it with another... She almost cracked up laughing there because she was like, he's gone insane. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm not supposed to be smiling at this point. And also, there's no toll going on with Philip Schofield's mental health. If someone gets caught grooming a child, my concern isn't, oh, I hope their mental health is okay. He hasn't. It's like, oh, he's dealt with a lot of abuse. He's dealt with a lot of people having a go at him. It's like, yeah, grooming children is awkward, bro, when you get caught. Oh, it's uncomfortable for Phil. Poor Phil. You know what I mean? No, if you get caught grooming, you go to jail. You don't have to step down from your career and, oh, the poor mental health.
I think what unites us all now is a desire to heal for the health and well-being of everyone.
No, nice try, Holly. But no, that is not what unites us all now. What should unite us all now is the will to see this disgusting practice of child grooming that goes on all over entertainment be rooted out and for the perpetrator to be brought to justice. That's what actually unites us all now. Not a burning desire to heal. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sick. I'm not the child molester. I'm not the child groomer. I want to find out what's been going on with Philip Schofield and if he groomed this kid, which I suspect that he did. And I want to find out if Holly Willoughby knows. I don't want everyone to heal together and have a matcha latte and just really think about my role in all this, which, by the way, is nothing.
I hope that as we start this new chapter, and get back to a place of warmth and magic that this show holds for all of us.
Magic. You notice the way she used the word magic? Magic. This show holds a place of magic. These people can't help but tell you who they are. Even when they get caught for child grooming, they have to come out and still, they're casting a spell on you. That's why it's called broadcasting. That's why it's called a TV program. It's broadcasting. They're casting a spell on you people. And the spell that she's attempted to cast on you now is like, hey, we're all sorry about the child grooming and poor Phil and poor me. And you know what I mean? Getting away from the real issue that's going on here. But when these people show you who they are, believe them. When she says the word magic, which by the way is an abomination before the Lord, she actually means it.
We can find strength in each other. And from my heart, can I just say thank you for all of your kind messages and thank you for being here this morning.
What about all the messages that you doubtless received that were like, hey, you're a child groomer, you make me sick? Are you going to respond to those? I doubt it. She's just going to make out like everyone just sent her, like some Ferrero Rocher and we're like, I'm so proud of you, Holly. Get lost.
And thank you for being here this morning. Myself, Josie, Dermot, Alison, Craig, and every single person that works on this show will continue to work hard every single day to bring you this show that we love. So on that note, Josie,
Come here, you bring it in. Bring it in.
Thank you. Thank you. I need a Josie cuddle.
There is no situation. There's literally no situation that the ITV, this morning crew will not try and get out of by hugging each other. It's like one of their presenters has been caught, like, grooming a 10-year-old and then him in the arse. They're like, oh, bring it in, cuddly wuddly. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? Like, one of them could be exposed as a serial killer and she'll be back on TV the next day at 11:15. Like, I think we all need to heal. Bring it in. I need a Josie cuddle. Mwah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, all we can do now is be the family that we are.
Exactly. Exactly.
And yeah, I don't have a lot more on that. That is one of millions. I called it millions. Not just thousands, but millions. There are so many of these people. And we're all expected to accept it as normal standard practice. I don't know. Man, you got anything to say on that?
Well, I might know what's going on with StreamYards. I think they've decided that it's not safe to allow you to stream alone, Cass. I think the content you put out there is just too fringe. And StreamYard have said this person needs security of some type. Needs an Overwatch and needs a minder.
Anything is
to be able to
possible.
stream live.
Because that worked and everybody could hear us.
Yeah.
Make that make sense. Somebody please. I don't know.
No, but he does, like Andrew said, he does a really good job of pointing out the obvious.
He does.
Very, very sarcastically and very clear speaking as well. I think he done quite well.
I think he did. It makes a lot of sense for the average person to see the people on the screen. You look at that and how many people fall into that? How many people worship those people? People. How many people worship those screen figures and say, oh, poor love. It's
Celebrities that are put on a higher pedestal than everybody else. And if that's the case, then they should be put onto a higher responsibility pedestal then.
Well, yeah, I agree.
If people want to put them onto a higher pedestal to highlight them as some great supreme being that comes on TV and tells us everything we should know, then they should also be held to a higher standard. worshipping the wrong figures. Oh, do we lose
Right.
Cass?
Oh, no,
there she
I'm
is.
back. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I agree. We all get up in the morning, do the same routine. You know, we all go and sit and, I'll be perfectly honest here, we all sit and go and have a crap. We all put our jocks on one leg at a time.
Mm-hmm.
None of us are any better. And yet we've been trained to worship those who do this behind the scenes. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways. And I don't even know where the hell I'm going to go from here next, to be honest, because I'm completely lost. I literally am.
I love those chimes in the background. They sound great.
Thanks. Maybe something is actually working. Why isn't that coming up? All right, give me 2 seconds. Good grief. Okay. Here is. Here we go. All right. Let me throw this one up. Sorry, guys. I'm literally lost. I'm really, really lost right now. All right. Let's go to this one. Get that up. Okay. And this one is called 20 Grim Realities Unearthed by Lockdowns. It's common now to speak of before times in contrast to after times. The turning point was, of course, March 10th, 2020, the day of 15 days to flatten the curve. Though authoritarian trends predate that. Oh, brain, come on, work with me. Rights were suddenly broadly throttled, even religious rights. We were told to conduct every aspect of our lives in accordance with the priorities of the biomedical security state. Very few people anticipated such a shocking development. It was the onset of a new state-conducted war, and the enemy was something we could not see and hence could be anywhere. No one has ever doubted the omnipresence of potentially dangerous pathogens, but now we were being told that life itself depended entirely on the avoidance of them, and the only guide going forward would be the public health authorities. As I read that, I do not need you with your nose in my back. Please tighten. Okay. Everything changed. Nothing is the same. The real trauma is real and lasting. The claim of 15 days was revealed to be a ruse. The emergency lasted 3 years and then some. The people and machinery that did this are still in power. The pick to the head, the CDC, has a long track record of enabling and cheering the lockdowns and all that followed. Side note, that happened worldwide. All of our health authorities did this to us. Okay. It's a helpful exercise to summarize the new things we've discovered in these years. Together, they account for why the world seems different and why we all feel and think differently now than we did just a few years ago. 20 terrible realities unearthed by the lockdowns. All right. And I'll just come back over here for a quick look at the chat. Yana, like you said to me, I do obey the one. But anyway. And that was the first one that I just seen, and that's it. I'm out. I'm going back to the article.
Obey your banana ducks today.
No, I don't do banana. It takes too much cleaning up after. Okay, number 1. Surveillance and censorship by big tech. The resistance eventually found each other, but it took months and years. A censorship regime descended on all major social platforms. Technologies designed with the intention of keeping us more connected and expanding the range of opinion we could experience. We did not know it was happening. Titan, can we not do that, please? We did not know it was happening, but we eventually learned of the crackdown, which is why so much of us felt alone. Others could not hear us, and we could not hear them. The regime faces a bold court challenge on so many.
We may have just lost Cass temporarily. She will be back any moment. We hope.
Influence the big pharma. It was April 2020 when someone asked if the goal of the vaccine produced by the pharmaceutical cartel was really behind the lockdowns. The idea would be to terrify us and ruin lives until we were begging for shots. I thought the idea was insane and that the corruption could not possibly reach this state. I was wrong. Pharma had been at work on a vaccine since January of that year and called in every form of purchased influence to eventually make them mandatory. Now we know that major regulators are wholly owned and controlled, to the point that necessity, safety, and efficacy doesn't really matter. And now I'm reading this, I'm actually wondering if I really want to read the whole thing simply for the health of the channel. Okay. Number 3. Government propaganda by big media. It was relentless from day one. The major media provided hardcore partisans of AF the powers. Start again. AF. Take a breath. The powers that could tap their New York Times, National Public Radio, Washington Post, and all the rest, whenever and however they wanted. Later, the media was deployed to demonize those who violated lockdowns, refused masks, and resisted the shots. Gone was the idea that democracy dies in darkness, and the paper of record replaced by darkness itself and constant propaganda. They showed no real curiosity of the other side. The Great Barrington Declaration itself began as an effort to educate journalists, but only a few dared even to show up. Now we get it. The mainstream media, too, is wholly owned and completely compromised. They already knew what to report and how to report it. Nothing else mattered. Oh, Lordy. Number 4. Corruption of public health. Who in their right minds would have predicted that the CDC and the NIH, not to mention the World Health Organization, would be deployed as frontline workers in the imposition of totalitarian control? Some of the observers perhaps predicted this implausibly so, but in fact it was these agencies which were responsible for the absurd protocols from closing hospitals to non-COVID cases. Closing hospitals to non-COVID cases, putting up plexiglass everywhere, keeping schools closed, demonizing repurposed therapeutics, masking toddlers, and forcing shots. They knew no limits to their power, and they revealed themselves to be faithful agents to the hegemon. All right. I am actually going to stop that right there. I did read it, and now I read it again. Maybe it's not the best thing to be putting out here, guys. What do you think, Mad?
Well, it's up to you how much you want to risk the channel.
Yeah, well, it's going out
I've
on
always been concerned with when it comes to the masks with babies being born and how they imprint on the mother's face during breastfeeding and stuff, and that mum's wearing a mask. How's
Yeah,
that baby supposed to do that? They're imprinting on a fake object that doesn't even quite resemble a face anymore, you know?
yeah. And then you get older, and the kids are expected to interact as human beings, but they can't see the people that they interact with.
Yeah, when they feel more comfortable with robots now.
Hmm.
Blank faces, no expressions.
Is that not the aim, though? And that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dehumanization.
Mm-hmm. But no, I'm actually going to take that off. Again, that one, everything that goes up on this channel in the Sundowner, I say that because I'm on 3 channels right now because I screwed it up. It's all on the Telegram page. Go and have a read through it, guys. It is, yeah, it's well worth the look. It really is. And to be honest, after that, and after the rest of the issues that it's just not working, I'm going to call today done.
Oh, cool. Uva's seeing faces in hospital. No masks there. Nice.
Nice. I went to town this morning and I see masks in town. I'm like, oh my lordy.
4th time in hospital, and now he's seeing faces for the first time.
Mm.
Oh, that's what my nurse looks like. Oh, doctor.
Oh no. No. So yeah, no, I'm literally gonna call it today. I've spent far too much time trying to figure this out, and I
It's an
don't
odd
know
one.
why nothing is working properly. It's driving me nuts.
I can't think or see any settings that would stop your audio coming through unless you had a guest here. I mean,
It's
that's
the
just
clearest thing.
yeah. There's no audio. There's no option for that. There's no setting for that.
No, there isn't. And I didn't know. You popped up and it all worked fine. Yeah. Anyways. All right.
Well, it's going to be Cass and guest from now on. Cass and minder. Cass and her minder. And monitor.
Cass and helper, whatever works. I'm not fast. All right. Okay. I'm gonna end this today. I will try and figure it out yet again. And hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow with a fresh, good show that's gonna work. What do you want? With a guest. All right. Here we go, guys.
See you guys.